The Galactic Military Academy's gymnasium fell silent as Instructor Vexthor gestured toward the gravity-resistant training weights. His 4 arms crossed in what the human recruits had learned was the croftery equivalent of profound disappointment. "Cadets," his translator device buzzed, "physical conditioning is not optional. It is survival. In the field, you will carry wounded comrades, haul equipment across hostile terrain, and maintain combat readiness in high-gravity environments." Marcus Rivera stood at attention alongside his alien classmates, trying not to smile. The past 3 months at the Academy had been an exercise in managing expectations, mostly the galaxy's expectations about humanity. "Each species has limits," Vexthor continued, his chitinous faceplates shifting. "Today, you will lift what you can. Find your maximum capacity and work within it. This is not a competition." Marcus raised his hand. "Sir, quick question." Vexthor's primary eyes swiveled toward him with an audible clicking sound. "Cadet Rivera? When you say lift what we can, you mean their limit or mine?" The instructor's translator struggled with the nuance for a moment. "I do not understand the distinction." "You will lift to your biological capacity." "Right, but..." Marcus glanced at his podmate, a Zentarii named Quilix whose species averaged 40% less muscle density than humans. "Their capacity or mine?" Vexthor made a guttural sound that didn't translate. "Your own, obviously." "Why would you?" He paused. "Begin your assessments." Marcus approached the weights alongside Quilix. The alien's tentacle-like appendages wrapped around a bar loaded with what the display read as 47 kilograms. Quilix strained, managing 3 repetitions before the bar clattered down. "Acceptable," Vexthor noted on his datapad. Marcus loaded his bar. Started with 100 kilograms. 20 reps, didn't even warm up his shoulders properly. Quilix's facial membranes rippled with concern. "Rivera, perhaps start lighter." The instructor said, "Find your limit, not injure yourself proving something." "I'm good, Q. Just getting started." He added another 50 kilos. 15 reps. Around the gym, other cadets had stopped their own assessments to watch. A Morphian who'd been struggling with 30 kilos stared with all 3 of its eyes. Vexthor approached, mandibles twitching. "Cadet Rivera, what is your homeworld's gravity?" "Earth standard." "About 9.8 meters per second squared, sir." The instructor's datapad made a series of alarmed beeps. "That is, you are aware that is classified as a high-gravity death world." "Is it?" Marcus added another 25 kilos to each side. "Ha. I mean, it's just home, you know." He completed another set. His muscles were finally starting to engage properly. Back on Earth, his personal best deadlift had been 220 kilograms, but that was after a year off from serious training. He was rusty. "Cadet, stop." Vexthor's voice carried actual concern now. "You are at 195 standard kilograms. That is beyond the safety parameters for this equipment with your body mass." "The equipment's fine, sir. Good Earth steel can handle way more than this." Marcus wiped his palms on his uniform. "Permission to continue to my actual working weight?" The gymnasium had gone completely silent. Even the Droken in the corner, massive beings who resembled bipedal bears made of rock, had paused their training. Vexthor's translator emitted something that might have been a sigh. "What is your actual working weight, cadet?" "Well, back home I could pull about 220 on a good day, but I've been skipping leg day since we got here. Figured I should probably work back up to it gradually." Marcus scratched his jaw. "Maybe start around 180 and see how it feels." 220 kilograms? Quilix whispered. "That is nearly 4 times my body weight." "Yeah, but you guys have that amazing flexibility and those reaction times." Marcus shrugged. "Everyone's got their thing, right?" Instructor Vexthor made a note on his datapad with all 4 hands simultaneously, a sign the human cadets had learned meant he was deeply disturbed by something. Cadet Rivera, the average Crothery warrior, my species, has a maximum lift capacity of 130 standard kilograms. We are considered the physically strongest species in the academy. Marcus nodded politely. That's really impressive, sir. What's your gravity back home? 7.2 meters per second squared. Ah. Marcus did the mental math. Yeah, that tracks. So, should I continue with my assessment or? The instructor looked around the gymnasium. Every cadet was watching now. The Droken, Lieutenant Kresh, lumbered over. His species was famous for their incredible strength. They'd been the military's heavy assault specialists for 3 centuries. The human thinks he can outlift a Crothery. Kresh's laugh sounded like grinding boulders. Amusing. Lieutenant, Vexthor said carefully, Cadet Rivera was just explaining. I lift 285 kilograms, Kresh announced. Droken record in this facility. Let the soft skin try to match it. Marcus looked at the lieutenant, then at his instructor, then at the weights. Sir, I really don't want to make this a thing. I was just asking about the parameters. It is already a thing, Quilix whispered. Kresh has challenged you. In their culture, you must respond or face dishonor. Their dishonor or mine? Both, unfortunately. Marcus sighed. He'd come to the academy to learn starship engineering, not prove anything about human capabilities. But 3 months of being treated like a fragile exotic species, having aliens offer to carry his training pack, expressing concern when he ordered extra protein at meals, the constant shock when humans did normal human things, it was wearing thin. Okay, Marcus said. Let's make this educational. He loaded the bar to 285 kilograms while the entire gymnasium gathered around. The weight bar actually sagged slightly in the middle. Kresh stood nearby, arms crossed, supremely confident. Marcus gripped the bar, set his stance, took a breath, and lifted. Clean pull. No struggle. He held it at the top, locked out completely, and looked at Kresh. This the Droken record? Kresh's rocky face didn't show expression well, but his silence spoke volumes. Marcus completed 5 reps before setting the bar down. Sir, he addressed Vexthor, what's the actual equipment rating? I don't want to break anything. The instructor checked his data pad with shaking hands. 450 kilograms maximum. Cool. Marcus started loading plates. Then I can probably hit a proper working set. By the time he finished his assessment at 340 kilograms for 3 reps, not his max, but enough to call it a day, the entire academy's training staff had crowded into the gymnasium. A Zentarii medical officer stood by with emergency equipment. 2 maintenance drones hovered nearby, presumably to catch the weights when the fragile human inevitably dropped them. Vexthor finally dismissed the class, though no one else had completed their assessments. As the cadets filed out in stunned silence, the instructor approached Marcus. Cadet Rivera, I must ask, is this normal for humans? Marcus toweled off his neck. I mean, I'm pretty average. Did okay in high school sports but nothing special. There are humans back on Earth who lift way more than this. Competitive strongmen pull over 500 kilos. The instructor's mandibles clicked rapidly, Crothery laughter, Marcus had learned. The galaxy, Vexthor said, is going to be very surprised by humanity. Marcus grinned. Yeah, well. We tried to mention we're from a high-gravity world. Nobody seemed to think it mattered much. It matters, the instructor said quietly. It matters very much. As Marcus headed to the showers, he heard Quilix explaining to a group of shocked cadets, and he says this is average. There are stronger humans. Can you imagine? Marcus smiled. He'd come here to learn about the stars. Turned out, the stars had a lot to learn about Earth too.